Well, hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Renee, and yes, no, I'm not in the pantry. This is going to be a chit chat. This was my mother in my home. After she passed away, we decided to sell it because we don't want two homes and we don't want to be landlords. So what we're doing is we're giving it like a facelift. We're going to repaint the entire house, inside of the house. This house is a beautiful little house, really it is. And oh my gosh, within the past 20 years, I put a new roof on this house. I put all new windows in this house. I sided this house. I put in a new furnace and central air, remodeled the upstairs, remodeled the dining area, and my mother had ceramic tile put in the dining room, about 5-6 years ago. So, but this house is wood floor all the way through, you can see. We're standing in the middle of the living room, and where the curtains are right there, that's the sun porch. And it used to be all closed in, but I opened that up when I lived here. Oh my gosh, back in 2000 to 2006 I lived here. And then I met John, my husband now. But yeah, that's what we're doing. And we made the soup for my son yesterday. My son wound up going to the hospital this morning because he just needed something to help him. He just hurting so bad. And apparently they gave him an antibiotic. And I don't know, and told him just continue to take his Motrin and stuff. Get plenty of rest and fluids. So he'll be okay. He just is in a lot of pain.
Hello, friends.
So that's what we've been doing the last, oh my gosh, all weekend we were up here. Yesterday we weren't because I made soup for my son and I brought you up here. Yesterday, yeah, I made soup and then we stayed home. We didn't come up here at all yesterday. So I cleaned up. It was nice out. My gosh, this weather, we don't have any snow up here and it's literally raining and like 40 degrees. This is not our normal January. So we took advantage of it. And yesterday, it didn't start raining until, later in the afternoon. So we took, and I went out and cleaned out the chicken coop, all the nesting boxes, cleaned out the rabbit pen. So they all got fresh bedding, and I've got an enormous pile of manure that's going to be beautiful for my gardens this summer or this spring. I'm excited. But, yep, we're going to paint everything. I don't like the color of the paint. Paint is expensive. We were going to get, we bought 10 gallons of paint. And we were going to get like a nice white paint because with white, the new owners can paint, it'd almost be like a primer. And they can paint over that white if they want. Well, we wound up, that was like almost $300 for a 5-gallon bucket. I don't have $600 to paint this house, but I want it to be a fresh coat of paint on it. So we found a real light, oh my goodness, I lost the name. What color is that paint? Beige. Beige, a real light beige. And it's a little too dark for me, but you know what? When the new owners come in, they'll be able to paint over that any color they want, and it'd be like a base coat. So we're just gonna paint everything beige. We're not gonna, even the trim's gonna be all beige. That way they got a nice base coat for whatever they wanna do. And it'll be nice. The cabinets are painted beige, not that side. I didn't paint the inside of that one. But it's this color right here. It's a pretty light color, but I'm so used to white. I think white is beautiful. It makes everything look nice. And then, it makes everything look big. White, you paint a small room white and it looks bigger. And it looks clean. And you've all seen my house. I like it white and clean. So that's what we've been doing. Then we're going to get new hardware for the cabinets and the drawers. We're also going to put in a new sink and a nice faucet. You know, I'd love to put a nice big sink like I got in my house in the kitchen with the nice, you know, nice big pull down faucet. But they're like $500. Well, mine I bought from my daughter, Beverly, for $100, and that was the sink and the faucet. And mine's a Kohler, so that would have been about a $600 setup. Well, I can't do that, you know. So, but we are going to put a pull down faucet. We found some really nice ones that we can choose from, and a nice deeper sink. It's two sides to it, but it's nice and deep. So we're going to do that. But that's what we've been doing, friends. We have been very busy getting this house ready, and we've been at it now a week. We probably got about another week, and then we got to go through and finish emptying out the garage, which there isn't anything in there but, you know, throwaway stuff. And then I've got to go through my mother's yard, because if any of you have been with me for very long in my channel, you remember when she did a garden tour. She's got potted plants, the old-fashioned tubs, just tons of stuff out in her yard. Furniture, we already took the potting table and the picnic table, but she's got a lot of stuff out in the yard that we need to gather up. And yeah, so we got about another week in here, and then it'll just be a weekend and we'll have all that stuff taken care of. So, but that's what we've been doing. And that's why I missed a couple days, well, one day last week, not because of this. We started this just on the weekends. But this is, we need to get it painted, so we've been through here during the week. So you probably won't see me too much for the next week. And don't worry, I'm not sick. We are just busy doing this. And I will take you on a beautiful tour of this house when it is complete. Then once we get it done, we're going to go and we need to get appliances in here. Yes, you can sell a house without appliances, and we know that. But you know what? It's nice for somebody to have appliances when they come in here. So, my stove at home is an electric stove, and I've got an extra refrigerator that I use for my market stand that's in beautiful shape, and I keep everything, you know, just impeccably clean, and I take care of my stuff. But I want a natural gas stove, and I know I'm going to wind up buying a new one because I got my eye on a couple of different ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a refrigerator for up here, but I'm going to buy myself a natural gas stove, and which I'm used to cooking on either or, gas or electric. I'm used to cooking on both of them, so it's not going to be a problem for me. And I'm going to bring my electric stove up here. So we can do it affordably that way. But anyway, other than that, my freezer's packed, all our freezer meals, and we've been working through them, and they're doing good. My daughter, now she's going to finally pick up her chicken patties that we made the other day. And oh gosh, what was it? I got into my freezer yesterday to get some stuff out, and my pizza dough that I had in there, I have no idea how it happened unless it just didn't freeze right away in the freezer, but it busted through the top of the bag and it was exposed to the cold. So I just took all that pizza dough out, I let it thaw out and I let it rise, and I made beautiful breadsticks with it. So we got them packed up, and my daughter's going to take some of those home. So and it's probably my fault because I shouldn't have packed it, you know, 3 of them in that bag. I should just do one at a time, you know, 1 per bag, and I'll do that next time. So that wasn't good. I had to make some garlic cheese sticks with it. turned out really good. So, but next week, when we start doing videos again, this week will be a lot of, you know, talking and bringing you up to speed on the house and, you know, getting things done here. And I'll bring you along with me. And I know it's not like cooking and it might be boring, but you know what, just rest assured, because next week we'll be back to cooking again and doing some freeze-dried videos. I'm going to make some recipes to freeze-dry for those of you who want some of that too. And we're going to do our cabbage lasagna next week, our palmini lasagna. We're going to do some healthy meals, and we're going to do some more cooking next week. Probably some freezer muffins, you know, good stuff like that. And we might have to buy another freezer, because we found, which I didn't know. I've known the gentleman for quite a few years, but I did not know. I knew they had cattle, but I had no idea they sold beef. We can get fresh, farm-raised, grass-fed, antibiotic-free beef for $3.30 a pound, processed and delivered. You betcha. So I told my husband, we may have to get another freezer. And if we do, I'm thinking maybe this time I'll get an upright one, because I can pack my freezer meals nicely in an upright freezer. And you know, my pizza dough and my bags of onions and my veggies and stuff like that, I can pack in that upright, and then use my big chest freezer for the meat. I'm not sure yet, but I think that might be what I do. And then we can get it, we might be able to get it downstairs. I'm not sure. We also got my mom had cabinets in here that I had when I lived here, and she used them for her little pantry. And they're just two tall, narrow cabinets. Well, they'll fit beautifully in the root cellar. So we took them home, and that along with another shelf, and we're going to put them in the root cellar. So I'm going to get down in the root cellar after we're done with this, and we're going to get that rearranged, because that thing is just almost packed to the hilt with mostly freeze-dried foods. So I'm going to reorganize that, and then I'll take you on a root cellar tour, you know? So, but it's busy right now. And I know I'm going to have to get off here in a minute and go work on painting. But for that, you guys have a wonderful day. I'll bring you along with me again tomorrow. But just know that next week, we'll be up and running again, because we should have this done by then. And then you'll get to see it. You'll get to see it done. I don't want to show it because I'll give you a glimpse. If you look out there, that's the dining area. That's a ceramic tile floor. That's a beautiful window. And I never replaced that window. That window is probably from the 1940s. It is still sealed. It doesn't leak. It's absolutely gorgeous. Not broke, not cracked, nothing. So we just left that. And that was years ago when I replaced all these windows. But a sneak peek, it's a mess. It's upside down. My husband sanded all kinds of stuff, and then I went through and vacuumed, and oh my goodness, it's a mess. A hot mess. But you'll see it when it's done. I'll show it to you, because it is a cute little house. So until then, you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video, and I'll definitely try and squeeze one or two in between next week. Thanks for watching. Tell him goodbye, Mr. Wayna. He must be outside. Mr. Wayna!
Bye, friends.